rest of his units, so I'm not sure why he's getting DTs, but he's got them anyways. And an Arbiter coming into the side here, the command center looks like it's going to go and land in the bottom left. It looks like the Nexus was taken down in the bottom left, and a little bit of the push is getting redirected here. He's taking down the naturals of all these main bases, but I just want to commentate on the fact that it is a three-player map, as I said before. But now he's pushing up onto the top right, into the main of the top right. I'm not sure if that's the best thing he could be doing. I don't think there's any minerals left there. Although, if you take a look at the mini-map, I don't think there's any minerals left anywhere for Bisu except for the base in the top left, a little bit middle top left thing here. But DT is getting dropped. I don't think that's a good call. And a huge recall. Really bad positioning, though. Getting recalled behind the mineral lines. Those Zealots and Dragoons back there are going to just get smashed by those that tank fire. And some nice D-Matrix going off on those tanks. Those tanks are not going to get touched. Or they're going to... Oh, and a nice stasis. Clogging that ramp. Those DTs getting taken down now. Did actually more damage than I thought they would. But the stasis on the ramp, a really good play. The D-Matrix, a really good play. Some really good magic play here. And it looks like Bisu is going to try to reestablish his natural yet again. And that command center has landed in a position where it can get 2 gas rather than a gas and a mineral only. That's actually a really good... I want to compliment the map makers of this map one time, because that is awesome. That is awesome, an awesome idea, giving the option for double gas or gas plus mineral or mineral only expansion. I mean, that's a really good idea. I don't know, that's just awesome. If the map makers at my hometown, SC2GG, it could come up with some crazy stuff like that, that would be awesome. I would represent that all day. Anyways, back to the action here. Sorry about that. The Protoss forces have moved in, and they've created this kind of wall between the reinforcing route of the Terran unit and the Terran ball itself. So, and this DT is going to do more damage than I think Light has the APM or the ability to notice this many things at once. But the Protoss forces are now pushing in. He feels that he has cut off enough reinforcements, and he's done enough damage to the outside bases that he's going to be able to push in here. He needs to do a lot of damage, though. A lot of EMP going off there, catching the Arbiter, catching a lot of Dragoons and some Zealots, and the forces of the Terran are pushing back now. The Terran is completely denied mining, other than from those 2 gas, and I think the mineral at the bottom left. But those Zealots and these Dragoons, this entire force is going to get pushed into the base here. And Light needs to bring this force back here. I don't know what he's doing, just dingling around in the middle of the map here. He needs to come back, and quick. He needs to get some, I don't even know, some tank legs and some vulture legs or some nitrous oxide in those tanks and vultures, because he needs to get back here really quickly. Going to lose another command center and all the units coming out of the factories. This is not looking good for Light. Looking like a pissed off camper, to say the least. And yeah, that command center is going to go down. The starport's going to go down. All this supply is going to go down. Everything's just going to go down. But that command center is moving over from the gas only to the mineral and gas. And he's going to start mining from there. I think that's his only mining base. I'm not sure if he's got the right side set up for the minerals. But more forces coming up for the Protoss player. I'm not sure what he's going to do with them. I think he needs to do something a little bit actually more effective than going into the main. I think he needs to deny mining, because he knows that those forces in the main are going to get cleaned out. And I think reinforcing it is just going to spell doom for him. A couple mines going off here. Ooh, actually, that was a big mine hit, hitting about 6 or 7 units there. This Nexus, however, on the top left is going to go down. Really nice multitasking from Light. Taking down a whole bunch of bases at one time, actually. Got to really give respect to this guy. This guy is definitely doing a lot of APM, a lot of multitasking all at once here. Yeah, APM all at once. That's really nice compliment there, Frank. But anyways, however, there is a lot of orange on the bottom right corner and spread out across the middle and left and bottom left there. But there's not a lot of mining going on, and a recall going off here, landing on a whole bunch of mines, though all of those units are damaged by those 2 mines that hit. So I don't know if that's going to be able to I don't know if Bisu is going to be able to do as much as he would have wanted to, but Light, I don't think, has the forces to defend against this. And now that the mining is getting denied, this is actually a really good play from Bisu. The mining is completely denied now, and Light choosing to just sack the command center, going for a mineral only in the middle of the map. And he's just going to try to bunker down there and try to hold that off until he can push out again. He might just push out, though. We're going to see what he does with these forces. he's been completely CB'd, that is C-blocked on on mining everywhere on the map, but then again, so has Bisu. I mean, I don't know. Bisu has his natural, though, and it's actually a really good play on his part, leaving the minerals in his natural for mining for later, because it looks like it's paying off in spades right now, because he is just not... he's got no mining anywhere else on the map, and I don't think he's got enough spare resources to set up a nexus anywhere else. I'm sure he could distance mine, but I'm not so sure that's the most effective thing to be doing at this point in the game. So a push here coming in on the right position, but going to get completely denied. An EMP getting missed there, which is a really... Actually, that's pretty crucial, because although there are a lot of Arbiters in the field, every EMP does count, and because if 4 Arbiters stasis get 1 stasis off a piece, or 2 stasis for that matter, all the Terran army is going to just be in this ice prison and just going to be completely useless. So, yeah, both these players just now posturing up, and Bisu recalling into the main. I'm not so sure that was necessary. I think he could have actually just walked in and he would have been fine, but regardless, he's going to be taking down all these buildings, and another EMP missing. I think that's the exact same Arbiter, and stasis on that highly damaged science vessel. Those vultures are picking away at that nexus, but all these buildings are going to go down for the Terran player, so Terran player just completely losing his main, going to float those factories away, going to see what he can come out with from his main, but it's not looking too good for him, and he's now pushing out with all these tanks. I'm not sure what he can do at this point in the game. Those vultures push around the side there, try to pick off some distance mining probes, and the Terran player now has to reset up his engineering bay. That is not a very good thing. Distance mining gas, just distance mining everywhere for B2, distance mining these minerals that were once light distance mined minerals, but now they are Bisu's, and there will be no treaty held over those minerals. So not looking too spiffy for Light, I must say. He's not mining at all, and Bisu is distance mining, as well as he's got a couple mineral patches in his natural. I'm not sure why pros don't mine out the mineral patches when it gets down to this crazy of a game. I mean, we were watching the cast that me and Rise did. There were a lot of mineral patches left for the Rock and for what's his face, Chowrench, and they both just decided to not mine them. So regardless, whatever. The pros know better than I do to how to not mine. So I guess. But a push is coming in here now from the bottom of this position. A lot of Dragoons getting lost there though, and having to retreat. So yeah, just a couple of tanks, and this looks like that Terran mission where you just got to hold off the Zerg forces, the Terran original campaign, where you just got to hold off the Zerg forces until reinforcements come. Unfortunately for Light, no reinforcements are coming, not even from his own factories, because he's got no gas, and he's got no, he's barely got a mineral income, and Bisu has just got the entire map. It looks like there's actually a nexus set up at the top right. Correct me if I'm wrong, or don't, because you can't correct me. This is my cast, and I own it, so suck it. But anyways, there might be a nexus at the top right anyways, and a drop coming in here on the back, oh no, on the front side. He sees that Dragoon, and he drops out on the front side. Really good call here. Going to pick off these probes, and he's going to do actually a lot of damage to this distance mining setup. But no scanners up for Light, so he's going to have to walk back to that turret, but losing a lot of units there. That's going to be painful, but a lot of these probes are going to go down here, so if Light can pick off all these probes and just keep harassing with that single dropship, anywhere that he senses that mining could be going on, which actually could be anywhere on the map, including his own old natural, he could be in a lot of trouble here. But a stasis going off on a single tank, this usually means a push if he's willing to waste the stasis on a single tank, or a stasis on anything for that matter. He's ready to push, and a stasis going off on the Science Vessel and an SCV, it does not look like Light's going to be on another stasis going off. Yeah, one tank going to go down here. This is not looking good. So it looks like SKT is going to take it down. Light GG's. Really good game here, guys. And Bisu looking a little bit stressed out. Going to get an ulcer from that kind of match. But a really good match nonetheless. And Light did really good. And I actually have to commend him, regardless of how he lost kind of in a miserable fashion. He held on, you know what I mean? He held his own, and he picked a ground, and he said his Versailles, or his what mountain was that mountain in World War II that all these people were fighting for, and they just bunkered down and they held it. One side just bunkered down and held it, and Light doing a really good job there, just picking his mountain and holding it down. But unfortunately, Stasis came out since World War II, and Stasis kind of owned him, and so did Zealots and Dragoons, and the works. But I'm telling you, if it was just muskets, he'd be fine. Anyways, GG, moving on to set 3.